All right, welcome back, and we're back to gamify your news. Tonight we're playing the countdown. So I'll make a statement and start the clock, and our most excellent panel is back with us. They'll have 90 seconds total to make their points, and once time is up, I'll ring the bell. So back with me in studio, of course, Joshua Phillip, host of the Josh Phillip Show and Crossroads, Deborah Leah, political commentator, and Chris Baum, Entity's political correspondent. First topic, last night, of course, President Trump was here in New York. He was at Madison Square Garden attending the Knicks game. Many of the president's supporters welcomed him. Some were not so happy. Among them, ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith. That TV personality had a lot to say about last night. We actually have a clip, so let's play that.
If they lose tonight, I'm looking right at him. I'm saying it. This is just me. I'm blaming him. I'm blaming the President of the United States of America.
I think he's a nice guy, but you need a certain aptitude to run for president. You need a high IQ. I'm not sure that Stephen has that.
You want to talk about IQ? I could say I put my IQ up against yours any day of the week. I could go one better. I could ask you why you've been running for me the last year since I wanted to talk to you. I could ask you to debate me, since you think you that dude, okay? We can go a myriad of ways with all of them.
All right, so we had a sneak peek earlier, but plenty of clips there. What do you say to that, Chris? You're up first, and the clock starts now.
Get your hand ready. It looks like he's shopping where Pee Wee Herman went. Where did the pink suit come from? Anyway, he called Trump selfish, narcissistic, and ridiculous, but he said he would have said the same thing to Obama or George W. Bush. He basically said, Trump has always been a Knicks fan, but this is huge for the Knicks. He should not slow down anything around MSG, shouldn't cut off the restaurants and everything from making money. And Trump basically said something nice. He's a nice guy. And Stephen A. Smith says he is a very nice guy. So I think it's a fake fight, and it probably boosts Stephen A. Smith's knowledge among a certain demographic.
All right, Deborah?
I think if you want to go head-to-head on who's a lifelong New Yorker, Stephen A. Smith, I don't see your name on any buildings out here.
All right, John?
I had actually not even thought of Stephen A. Smith prior to this. This is the first time I've really heard anything from him. I don't really follow this stuff, I guess.
Running for president for a while.
Did he now? How'd that go? And so I don't think Trump really cares that much. I think Trump said, hey, you know, it's just how he does things. And honestly, too, I think Trump fighting like that is kind of his signature. It's what his supporters actually enjoy. I mean, I think it's funny, too, to be honest.
You did at one point. Brunson did do better when he wasn't there.
There we go. Okay. But I think this is just normal politics. People are going to forget in 2 days anyways.
They blame him for global warming. Of course, they're going to blame him for the Knicks losing. They blame him for everything. They stub their toe. They're like, Trump, why'd you do this to me?
Yeah,
of course, they're going to blame the Knicks.
Time out. I think that was a good ending, though. Let's move on to Texas, because Texas Attorney General and Republican Senate candidate Ken Paxton's former defense attorney, he worked on Paxton's impeachment case in 2023. He is now openly endorsing Paxton's opponent, James Talarico. This is what he had to say about that decision on MS Now. Let's take a listen.
If the Constitution, Anna, requires me to represent him aggressively, ethically, and zealously, I did that. The Constitution does not require me to vote for him or endorse him. We are number one in uninsured motorists. We are at the very bottom in education. We are at the very bottom in healthcare. And I haven't seen Ken Paxton mention any of those things in his run-up in this election. I believe James is focusing on those things, and I think those things are important to Texans.
All right, Josh, I want to start with you. The clock starts now.
I don't think it's that unusual for like your lawyer to vote for somebody else. Like honestly, like New York, a lot of lawyers swing one way or the other. I know big corporations, in many ways. I know at big corporations, actually, you do have lawyers who are, might not even agree politically with even the company they're representing. It's really, really not uncommon. So I don't think it's that big of a deal.
All right, Deborah?
I think that Paxton has had so many legal battles that maybe the lawyer's just tired and maybe he wants to trade teams for a little bit, see what's happening. Is the grass greener? Do I get better working hours over there? And I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I think it very is interesting how everyone's trying to make themselves a celebrity nowadays. Like, you were his lawyer. That should be somewhat confidential.
It's true. Going out and doing a video on it's a bit weird. That
It's
is,
like
that
you
was
want
going
Going on
attention.
MS now, where you know whatever. But that's why I think, Josh made that point about lawyers swinging one way or the other, and that's right. But I can tell you that lawyers primarily donate to Democrats. That's been a known fact forever.
Imagine a world without lawyers.
Dan Cogdell is his name. I don't know if that's going to swing anyone's vote. Oh, his attorney says a lot of attorneys, notably Democratic, maybe that has something to do with it. It said it wasn't based on anything of him. It was just based on politics.
You can blame the bar exam.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
It's all the bar association's fault in their gerrymandering, of course.
Yeah. Well, they're blaming another bar for
Not going to have much of an impact.
I don't think it's too crazy, but I think Talarico's going to lose, and maybe he will have some legal battles to fight after he loses. So
He'll have a good attorney.
He'll have a good attorney.
And we'll see. Let's pivot, though. So Trump train, choo-choo. Let's go to that topic. So there's a train honoring President Trump, as well as, of course, commemorating America's 250th birthday. Union Pacific locomotive number 4547 is on the go. You can see pictures of it on screen there. The train is covered with a huge American flag. There we go. And its very first mission is to transport rocket motor segments for NASA's Artemis 3 lunar mission all the way from Utah to the Kennedy Space Center. Deborah, let's start with you. Clock starts now.
I think that Americans probably haven't noticed, but we haven't really named things after presidents since Reagan. There hasn't been so many notable things, and I think it's about time we maybe bring that back. It was either that people weren't worthy, or maybe the presidents just didn't think of it, and any Democrat that's mad about it is just mad that they didn't think about it sooner when Obama was in office or anyone else before. Men love toys. Trump's done such good things for America. If he wants a train, give him a train. I don't care. Great.
I know you ride the Amtrak. What do you make of this locomotive?
Yeah, well, if this thing isn't delayed, I might go on it. But I think it will be, because I can imagine so many Trump supporters, saying, I want to ride the Trump train for real. And it's probably going to boost, what is it, Union Pacific? That's the rail? Yeah, it's probably going to boost.
There's a separate Amtrak that they're making.
Perfect. Yeah. It could boost their ridership. They're going to collect more money, and they're probably still going to be in debt. But, that's just commuter rail in the United States of America. But I think it's great. It has flags on it. It's beautiful. God bless.
Right, Josh, are you feeling patriotic?
Yeah. We finally have the actual Trump train. It exists. We've been talking about it for what, a decade now, the Trump train? It's real, finally. I'm actually more interested, though, that finally America is conquering the moon. I mean, I've been waiting for this moment. It's finally here.
On that note, you have 20 seconds left. Nothing else for the train?
Can it come to New York? I would much prefer that over the subway.
Definitely
I feel like it would
happen.
be safer, cleaner, well protected. The subways out here are bad. We saw that stabbing the other day, so we need Sean Duffy and President Trump to send the
5
Trump
seconds.
train down to New York City.
Yeah, no
we
brakes
voted for
on
you,
that
almost
train.
45% in
No
Manhattan.
brakes.
Come!
Right. And finally, the it couple on the internet, the famous singer and songwriter, of course, Taylor Swift, and NFL star Travis Kelce may get married right here in New York City. You guessed it, the venue would be Madison Square Garden. So reports say the wedding could take place as soon as next month. Chris, let's start with your reaction.
Thank you. Because this is personal for me. No.
He's been
Don't
waiting.
do it. Please, if you can hear me. No, I mean, if you thought the congestion was bad when Trump came to Madison Square Garden to watch the Knicks, can you imagine 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 30 million Swifties out in the streets getting into clashes to get a glimpse of her coming out of the... I wrote down some places that you can go instead of MSG. Lake Como, Amalfi Coast, St. Tropez, Ibiza, Santorini, Dubai, Kyoto, the Scottish Highlands, Bali, St. Bart's, Tuscany, anywhere. They'll say it's accessibility. It's the most secure place if you want to have a wedding. You'll be protected, all these other things. No drones, no helicopter photos, all these things. It's ridiculous. It's not even nice there. Don't go somewhere else.
If you can make it in
Go
New York,
somewhere
you can
else.
make it
Go
anywhere.
somewhere else.
All right, Deborah, your thoughts.
I was like, I'm going to steal the time from you on this one because I am a Swiftie. I'm obviously a Republican, but I am a Swiftie. I love her music. This is a lie. Hello, is nobody here recognizing? You think Taylor Swift would admit to the world where she's getting married? She didn't even post her engagement for months. Everyone's saying that Taylor Swift 100% paid somebody or paid the media to leak that it's at MSG, and by the time people realize that, she will have already been married elsewhere. There is no way Taylor Swift is publicizing her wedding on the internet, and there's no way she's getting married at MSG. You saw her engagement photos in a beautiful forest, flowers everywhere. She's not getting married in an arena, and a small arena at that. It's not gonna happen. It's all a farce, and you've been duped.
We got a Swiftie expert in here. I don't know. I can compete with that.
I feel like you don't care anyway, so we're going to leave it at that. But Josh, Krish, and Deborah, thank you all so much for joining us. But